Right, so Sandy, this is our bar class, which is, well, a class kind of inspired by a little bit of dance ballet movements. I'm not particularly elegant with this, but I really enjoy doing it as a fitness class. So let me share that with you. What you need is basically a chair, if you have. Any chair will do. I quite often just use the walls here because they are quite close to me. A set of weights. These are 1.5 kilograms. I find them quite comfortable. You get them with 500 grams, but you can also just use some tins of beans or maybe, some bottles of wine, whatever feels like about the right weight. Or if it feels uncomfortable with your shoulders, you can also just use a little bit of strength in the fists to then, really controlled do some movements. So let us start. We begin at the back of the mat with the feet hip distance apart, and we will be rolling down for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then bend your knees and stretch, and bend and stretch one more time, and then crawl all the way down on your bum and walk out to push-up position. Make sure that you have one line from your shoulders through your bum to your heels. Also that you broaden into your shoulders, that you don't slouch your head down. And then we do one push-up. Again, only go as far down as you can actually come back up. Then let's have the knees down and come into tabletop. So now we can already start using the weights, which is an additional little bit of consciousness. Put the weight behind your knee, then bring the foot up with a sort of knee in a 90-degree angle, and we just bring or pulse the whole leg up for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then point your toes, and for 8 bring the knee to the elbow and back. So exhale, knee to elbow, inhale back, and let's do another 4, 3, 2, 4. Bring the foot down again, grab the weight, put it behind your other knee, and we do the same thing on the other side. Again, have your shoulders above your wrists, knees underneath your knees underneath your hips. Make sure you spread into your back, then bring the leg up, again sort of 90 degrees with a little sort of, intention of going with your heel towards the bottom. And again, for 8, let's pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then for another 8, bring your knee to elbow and back. Point your foot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then bring the leg down, remove the weight, tuck your toes, and let's go into downward facing dog. Stretch one leg, my right, and bend the other. And just really look for a nice calf stretch while your seat bones are the highest point. You wrap the shoulders and you bring your chest towards your legs. Then change. Change one more time. And again. Then bring the right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, come up to low lunge. And on your exhale, come into half split. Inhale into low lunge. exhale, hands down, and step back into downward facing dog. Bring your left leg forward, right knee down, inhale, lift up, exhale into half splits, inhale, lift up, exhale, downward dog. Then walk your feet all the way back until you crouch above your heels. Straighten your legs into a forward fold and then roll up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Test your balance by coming onto your tippy toes and then come back down and let's repeat. Roll down for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bend your knees. Make sure that your knees don't knock into each other. Stretch. Bend again. Stretch. Bend all the way down. Walk forward to your push-up position. And with the push-ups, if that's really difficult, you can also have the knee down, do a push-up. Or if that's still too complicated, you can do that just from a tabletop. Right? So let's have one more push-up. Then come to tabletop. And this time let me just come this way so that you can see what I'm doing. You lift the knee up again. Down, out to the side. Down, up, down, out to the side. Up, down, to the side. Down, up, out to the side. Same for the other side. Up, down, out to the side. In, up, down, out to the side. Up, down, out to the side. Down, up, last time. Down, out to the side and rest. Then come to lie on your left side. Stretch the legs out. You can have your hand underneath your head, or I prefer to just have it resting on your upper arm. So, first of all, bring your right knee forward and down, and then up and back, forward and down, up and back, forward and down, up and back, forward and down, up and back. You have your hand to support yourself a little bit, and you always want to really kick out to the back. Let's do one more, and down. Then stretch that leg out and put your right hand onto your hip and just lift your right leg a little bit up and down. Let's do that for 8 times in total. So another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the leg up there and do little circles. Very small, very controlled circles. And it should sort of, be quite hard work in your bum cheek. I guess quite tiring. So let's not do that too long. Let's change direction. There we go. Excellent. And bring the foot down. Bring the knees up a little bit. And for another 8, just open your legs out to the side and close them down. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now bring your legs over to the other side, and we have to do the whole shebang on the other side. So I again lie down on my arm, but you can obviously, support your arm with your hand. So to start off with, bring your left knee forward, up and back, forward, down, up and back, forward, down, up and back. Let's do that another 4 times. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Whoops, back, and then bring the leg on top of the other. Keep your left hand down to balance yourself and then lift up for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it up. Let's have little circles. First one direction and then the other. Then bring both legs together, bring them up slightly, put your left hand onto your hip and just open the legs out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Roll over to your back and we shall do some simple crouches. Put your feet hip distance apart, hands clasped behind your back, elbows facing the ceiling. Take an inhale, exhale up, inhale down, 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 then come up, stay up and stretch your right leg forward, left knee in, point the elbows to the left knee and then change, always with your breath. Change, 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 change. And then bring both feet down. Grab both of your weights, where are they? And we do a little bit of pushing up here. So bring your elbows just in line with your shoulders and then you bring your hands up, in, out and down. 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 Let's do another 4. Up, in, out and down. Up, in, out and down. Up, in, out and down. One last one. Up, in, out and down. Now drop one of the weights and we go back into some more abdominals, exactly the same as before, but this time just for the coordination. While we move legs forwards and backwards, we also put the weight down. So let me demonstrate. You stretch one leg forward, bring the neck up and you just put the weight underneath the leg which comes into your chest. So let's do 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, rest down. And just to give a little bit of relief, let's just go into a little bridge. So hands out to the side, palms facing upwards, feet hip distance apart. Take an inhale, tuck your tailbone and on your exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up. While you're up, let's have a couple of pushes. Let's have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now down bump taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Good. Take some water, come up to standing. So I would suggest you use a chair. I usually use a wall, but since I'm kind of demonstrating it to you, I shall do this way. Put your feet parallel to each other, stand alongside the chair, put your right or your left hand, whatever is more convenient, onto the chair, and then we just lift our heels for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure when you do this, I forgot to say that your heels don't go out to the side and that you also keep control. So stay up, and now we bend down for 8. Again, keep the knees parallel, keep the upper body upright, so you want to go straight down, not that far down that you do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stay down, and now bring your hip forwards and backwards just a couple of times, really to engage the abdomen, and then very slowly go down. Go only as far down as you can manage with staying upright, and then come back up. One more time, go down, hard work, and then come back up. Straighten your legs, and then we go down for 3. We pulse down for 3 and come straight back up. So 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Let's do another 2. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Right, bring the heels down. Come into first position. For the moment we don't need the chair, and it might be worthwhile coming off your mat if your mat is sticky. So what we now do is just we open the feet out to the side and we close them back in. So let's just do that. Open, close, open, close, and you can use your hands. So you have a ball when they close and a bigger ball when they open. Let's do another 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep them open, and now we go up to tiptoes and bring the arms up. Let's do another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up, and again it might be worthwhile, let me just do that, to have your chair beside you again. Bring your heels together, the knees are facing outward. We are still sort of whoops in first position, and I'm falling over. And now we go down for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Straighten up and see if you can keep your bar length for a moment. Then bring your heels down again. Come back into first position. Again, off the mat preferably. First position, you really want to do that through your bottom or through your thighs to open the feet out. And now we go stepping out to the side and sliding the foot back in. So let's do that for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we do the same the other direction. Take a deep breath, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now let's grab the weights one more time. I just bring my chair here out to the side, and we just go into simple squats. Let me show what we are going to do. Feet are parallel. You can have them slightly apart if that's more comfortable. I tend to have them close together. Elbows on your side, and you sit down and come back up. This time, I'll show you from the side, we really want to put the bum out and back up. Also, when you do it, watch that you don't use, swinging. So your elbows should be staying at the side of your body, and it should be a very controlled movement. Right, let's start, and let's just do that for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stand up, bring your arms out to the side, and now we go to tiptoes and push the weights up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, heels down, and just bring your elbows as close together as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep them together and pulse them up for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax the arms for a moment. Put your feet into first position and then step them out to second. And we do a little bit more bicep curls. So we bend our knees and bend our elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, excuse me. Stay down, put your hands at heart center, move over to the right, back up, over to the left, back up, over to the right, back up, over to the left, back up. Then pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And punch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pulsing. And up to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pulse your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay down. Bring the elbows back down. And now straighten up for a moment. When you go down, you bring your hands forward and back. Forward and back. Just join in. Another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then stay down. Sorry, no, come back up. And then you now go down. You bring them out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Stay down. And one more time, move over to the right, come back to center, over to the left, come back to center, and then go over from one side to the other. This is very good for your obliques. Good. Come back to the middle. Straighten out for a moment. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. And then come right back in. And now we lift the right foot for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the right for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. In twos. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's have ones. 1, 1, 1. And let's have that a bit quicker. And then both heels down, bend down, stretch, shake your legs for a bit. And a few more with the weights. Stand in the middle of your mat. And then step out to the left, back in, out to the right, back in, out to the left, back in, out to the right, back in. While you do that, make sure that you come really down on your squat and then really straighten when you come back up. Let's do another one on each side. So out to the left, back in, out to the right, back in. Now we go out to the left again, and then we cross our right knee over to your left elbow. So out and over, out and over, out and over, out and over, and rest. Need to do the other side obviously, so step out to your right, out, over, out, over, out, over, out, over, and relax. Right, a little bit more with our weights. I show from the side. Just bend your knees, bring your upper back forward, make sure that the back is fairly straight, and we just use our arms to pull up and sort of squeeze the shoulders. Let's do 8 of that. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the elbows up and then bring them back. Tricep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep them back and just pulse for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then come all the way up and put the weights down. I think we've done enough for the weights. Take some water. Okay, now we bring our chair back in. Let's have it on your right hand side to start off with. What we do is we put our feet into first position and then we step out to the side, come back in and out to the side. If you have good balance, you can just do that without the chair. If that's not so good, you just keep the chair for balance. Right, let's do 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And stay up. And now see if you can scratch the front of your knee and then scratch the back of your knee and then go forwards and backwards. Make sure that your upper thigh doesn't move, so it's not something like that. It's literally a very tiny restricted movement. Okay, bring the foot down, put the heel down and then bring the leg forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. Let's do that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and rest. Okay, bring the chair over to your left hand side, back into first position, and we are stepping out to the side and up, out to the side and up, out to the side and up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Remember, we stay up for our 1. And then we scratch the front of our knee. Then move to the back of our knee. Again, you can obviously, use the chair. That's what it is for. And then go forwards and backwards. Then bring the foot down, heel down, and just move, very small movements, the leg forward and backwards. Think about being nice and tall, telescope the ribs up, and just use the muscles to do that. It's quite hard work. Good. Let's rest for a moment. Just stretch your legs out, and then bring the chair in front of you. And I will need to go a little bit diagonally. Let me go this way. That might even not work. So bring your legs fairly far away from the chair, bend your knees, stretch your right leg out, and then lift and lower that right leg for 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I can't count. Keep it up and let's pulse it for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now bend the standing leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And pulse the upper leg for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now straighten your knee on the standing leg. Lift your heel and lift and lower the heel for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, bring that leg down, give your legs a little bit of a shake, maybe a little walk around, take some water, and then unfortunately, obviously we have to do the other side still, don't we? So step back, bend your knees, feet are parallel, bring your left leg back, make sure that you are still upright and that your back is fairly straight, and then we lift the left leg for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it up and pulse it for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now bend your standing leg for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pulse the upper leg for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now straighten your lower knee. Come up to your tippy toes and go up and down to the tippy toes for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Straighten, 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 and then relax and just have a little roll down to relieve your back for a bit. You know, even maybe have the hands down and then roll all the way back up. Grab your chair again and bring your right leg over your left knee and sit back. Now shall I do that you can see me. Don't push the hip out to the side, and you just want to open the hip flexor on the right hand side. And also, oops, excuse me, make sure that your back is fairly straight. So try to sit down, but don't sit down in a roll because you won't get the stretch, right? So keep the back reasonably straight and just go as low as you like. And then think about your Ujjayi breath again. I mean, this isn't yoga, but obviously after all that exercise, getting your breath back is quite a good idea. Right, then come up to standing. Grab your right foot, put it alongside, put your right heel to your bum. Should be in line, both knees should be in line, so you shouldn't have the knees forwards or backwards. Tuck your tailbone a little bit, and you really want to point your lower leg down. Oops, there we go. Then let go. We still have the other side to do. I shall try to show that. I guess it is easiest for you. So you bend your knees, bring your left leg over your right knee. Make sure that you stay in line again, and then make sure that the back is straight. Go as far down as feels comfortable. If you feel that your foot is sliding away, you can actually grab hold of it with your other hand, with your right, well, your left hand in this case. And again, concentrate on breathing. It does take a wee while to release the muscles after all that exercise we've taken. Then straighten up. Grab with your left hand your left foot. Make sure that your knees are in line. Tilt your pubic bone up a little bit. Point the knee down and try to keep the knees in line with each other to just give yourself a nice stretch here. Think about still maintaining nice and tall while doing this. And if your balance is good, you can obviously do that without any hands on the bar. But we have the bar there because it's not that easy to balance. Good, release. Now put the chair out of the way. I shall put it here. And we do a couple of more stretches. So let's do how we started off the class. Let's roll down again for 8. It's always very good to relax the back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees and stretch. Bend the knees and stretch. Crouch all the way down. Walk out into push-up position. And bring yourself straight back into a nice downward dog. Pedal the downward dog one more time. However fast or slow you would like to do that. Good. Then stay in a still downward dog. Bring your right leg up. Open the hip out. Just sort of try to reach with your right foot, your bum. Take a breath. And then bring your right leg forward. Left knee down into a low lunge. If you can keep the hands on the ground if that's comfortable for the moment, or you can bring them up one more time. Maybe even try a little back bend here if that's comfortable. Then bring both hands back down. You might want to flip your mat over to give your left knee a little bit more of protection, and then turn over to your right and grab your left foot with your right hand. You can stay here, try to, lean forward a little bit, relax that left hip. If it's comfortable, you can even come down to your elbow. I quite like this. Then release your foot. Bring your hands back down, unravel the mat. Come back into a pyramid pose. And you can, if you want, go against the wall. But you really want to, bring that right hip back and keep a fairly straight back. I quite like going down, because I can. But it doesn't need to be that way. And also you can play, obviously, how far you want to go back in regard to that stretch. Then bring both hands down, step back into downward facing dog. Maybe you want to pedal one more time because it's nice. Then come to a still dog. Bring the left leg up. Turn the hip open, bring your foot close to your bottom. Remember that your right foot is still pointing forwards. And then bring your left leg forward, right knee down. You may want to, already pad it. Come up one more time. Maybe even a little back bend if that's comfortable. Bring your hands back down. Turn over to your left hand side. Really move your left hand over. Bring the foot up. And then see if you can bring it close to your bum. If you want to, you can also go down. But it's up to you. It's what is comfortable. It's perfectly fine being here. Right, let go of the foot, bring both hands down, come into a pyramid pose. You just bring your right leg a little bit further forward. Again, you have the option of stretching yourself against the wall, onto your thigh, onto your lower leg, or maybe even on the ground. Think about bringing that left hip back a bit. And bring your left leg back, come one more time into a downward dog. And then see to bring, we can start with the left foot this time. Bring your left knee towards your left wrist, the foot out to the side, and then slide the right leg back. And again, if you feel that that is already causing issues in your knee, you can always sit over to the right and then flip the toe over. Or if it's comfortable, you can stay on top of your knee, sort of be nice and tall first, and then bring yourself down to relax. This will become more comfortable over time, When I started out, it was awful. And I'm still not anywhere near having, you know, my legs here in 90 degrees. So it takes time. If it doesn't feel good that way, just sit over on your left hip and just make it a comfortable stretch, so that eventually you can do it, you know, differently or more intense or whatever. It's all about stretching your muscles. It's not about pain. Good. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your right toe. Come back into a downward dog. Then bring your right leg forward, right knee against right wrist. Slide the left leg back. Again, you can sit on your side here, flip the toe over, and then make it nice and comfortable this way. Then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, come one more time back into downward dog. And then walk your hands back to your feet, come into a crouch position, straighten your legs into a nice forward fold, and then roll up very, very slowly. Excellent. Come into the middle of the mat. Come one more time into first position, slide over to the right, give yourself a nice bow, slide over to the left, give yourself a nice bow, and give yourself a round of applause. Well done, that was a tough class. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it wasn't too tough. Thank you.